Hello, hello. Welcome to another round of let's get through this quick because I'm on my lunch break. I have been waiting for this palette, waiting to buy this palette for the longest time. When I saw it came out, I was instantly interested because of course it has yellow in it. I really love yellow and I'm always interested to see how yellows perform, and I was really I guess intrigued by the color story. This is the Silent Night palette by Gourmande Girls. This is, I want to say it's my second palette I've ever tried from Gourmande Girls, as far as I can remember. I have the Haunted palette, and I'm pretty sure this is the second time I've only ever tried them. I have brought this out as we are in December. It is Christmas time, so of course I wanted to bring out the palette that was called Silent Night. So it's not specifically like overly Christmas, but you can see the trees there. Silent Night, it's like the song, the carol, and it's kind of on theme but also not. This is Silent Night palette, yes, is Christmas, but also at the same time, especially when we look at the color story, it's definitely unique, and it's more to do with this being like a winter palette, like an actual palette for winter, versus a Christmas palette. But at the same time, I think the blue and the gold also makes a lot of sense for this time. So it looks exactly the same. On the inside, the outside, it's a sleeve, same information. And when we open it up, there is a mirror in here. And the color story, to me, is so interesting. I know that this is not everyone's cup of tea. I totally get it. Not everyone, from what I recall, was super interested in this color story. I, for the most part, 90% of the time, not interested in a blue color story. I feel like usually blue is one of the colors I use the least. I'm not afraid to dip into blue, absolutely not. Blue's not particularly my favorite color. I'm more likely to do a yellow look, an orange look, a green look, a teal look, a silver to gray smoky eye. Like, I'm more interested in something like that. But when I saw this yellow and this gold just absolutely standing out amongst this kind of sea of blues, it felt like I really wanted to try it out. I was really interested. I waited, I think, over a year until I finally saw that this was on sale, and I snatched it up. I was so excited. I think I got a really good price on it. As always, I always try to put my receipts for everything I buy down below. I think I got this for maybe a little over $20. I don't particularly remember because this is quite pricey. I think this might usually sell for almost like $50 or something. But I waited. I kept my time. I know that on my channel, my hobby channel, that I'm usually not up to date with, what's coming out. I don't have the newest palettes and I review them instantly. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I'm not trying to compare myself to nobody. I'll get the palettes in the time that I get them, and I'll try them, within my own time. This is not that channel. But these are such pretty shades. I really liked working at this formula. I liked using these blues and having a break from my usual shades. And I will say, this is definitely a palette where you're supposed to use these darker shades and apply one of these beautiful lighter shimmers on top. That's what these kind of looks are for. I feel like in any other instance with any other color story, I might have probably, brought up the fact like, oh, I don't like how there's no in-between shades. But with the theming of this palette and the colors that they've chosen, I think it looks so pretty to just do something as simple as like applying a darker shade and then just taking one of these shimmers and applying that on top. It's so pretty. I created a really pretty yellow look. I was really surprised by the blues. Let's start swatching. I thought it was really pretty. Let's swatch Snowy, and they feel so good. They're so buttery. This white, of course the yellow. We gotta see the yellow. That is insane. Are you freaking kidding me? And then Twinkle. As always, a shade like this, what do I say? A shade like this reminds me of Scorpio from Jeffree Star. And we got, oh my lord. And it's kind of got this feeling, and I don't mean this in any bad way at all. I'm just trying to describe it. It's almost like a pastel. It's got like a slightly kind of oily base feel. I don't remember having any issues with creasing or long wear time. But just a heads up, this does feel like it has a little bit more of an oily base, which I personally really like. So look how pigmented that is. So pretty. I'm not even going to go in a second time. I'll do one dark shade because this for sure is going to stain my skin. That is so pigmented. I'm going to do it over here. I know it's not going to be a good swatch, but I'm like trying to make sure that if it's going to go dark, it's going to go dark towards my knuckles. If you see unevenness, that's because it's where my knuckles are. I'm just trying to make it easier to wash this off because it is pigmented. It is Again, I don't remember any staining, but I particularly don't care about staining, so it's not something I look for, and it's not something that surprised me. So this probably does stain, just a heads up. But I think this is so pretty. In terms of the shimmers, y'all, oh my god, okay, I really loved, oh, where do we go from here? I loved this festive shade, and the shades in here are a bit more flaky. They've got some flake to it, the majority of them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 shades in here that are flaky, and then we have this frosty over here, which is a little bit more of a traditional shimmer. But these are so beautiful, so intense. I was wearing these just to go like shopping at Costco, and I felt so pretty. It just gives me that just true wintry kind of feel. The yellows really do give me that kind of like stars in the sky. Like, it just does remind me of like what we have here in the front. It reminds me of being in like the woods at night, the dark blue kind of sky with twinkling stars and the moon. That really is this palette's whole vibe, and I think it's just so pretty. I'm going to go here and do Frosty. It is such a pretty shade, especially one that you could probably use as a highlight as well. This one's not as, it's a little bit more of a metallic, a duochrome kind of metallic kind of shade. These are just so pretty. It's been a while since I've used a palette that really kind of captured like my, I guess, creativity, and I really liked using this. This was really fun. I absolutely love this. I recommend this. This has been out. I'm sure you can still get it, but I'm really happy with my palette. I'm going to be keeping this, of course, keeping it in my collection. Let me know down below what you think of this. What do you think of this Christmassy, not Christmassy, Silent Night palette by Gourmande Girl? It's a keep and a yes for me.